Tawe sa doy ma bekel adloring sa tel radio real al tutaw ndi so kalung tel tel oringa sule la sa doy no sabel bigama magimir al tutaw mokter rama mer al tutaw dumagi martiang mom south conquer sports ang telo ngi gare al tutaw Ronny nga ngele social media representative ramamra PVA makatoy rulu da katoy operations programs director ramam ma kas Endo ngagidia ungra atel conquer sports akmo pasetel marandi mang smodi la singra tel conquer sports ngarang klil Ron.
All right, malmaralungin 2000 marabek la adro gulo reng sa 89.9 PWFM wave en maltlol 2000 sadoy qad mar qawin la ngudel el qura direk qalmlaniya blessing el mergi del al tutar tiragi del other victory walil no sabil qukmel al tutar qura wal blessra a morning el gid mela qadam la ngoy tutar adal el top dra drax rogul wa se mo la kam ngana drax la kam ngana alcohol ko mol dimre del morakahol emro ngoy tutar el ang qadamura conquer Adam makarang mo makada exercise or to lagi kita kul maknitra batangid ako tulungin leng promote teamwork o sel ko rawal mokter tel kankara promote wellness through play mangira da tagira el fun el event al sumo com larsel el event tra Long Island ko mal madangit mo sel maral mlo meser de amlo dia ka parking adam lo osikal mo tiang makarada boring el event leng mal mlo klol event tra Long Island gim of ay gay del bek padangel obstacles ya ada one by one el malasmal el rogira each el obstacle ma gimal mralungi la ngam ngatang ada PVA al tutaw o bengel ngai del ngai awai al design tial al course el rule tial course ngai ngel wal kora brain al ngara bakat hidrogil al conquer mang gimal ngal tanga tek mom no sob el mer al sils men el qadirek el qora mo osmodia tel gibel gil tal conquer ma qora di mol ngi tabek la drogu ya do lo sebol sebel qora di mol dul tam rigel el qora di mo sob el sebel ngal adal direk el qora understand all right, so once again, good morning, everybody, and we're very happy to bring Kaz. Kaz Endo is the designer for Konquer, and he's the brain behind. I like to use the word muckety buck because I just learned what it is. You're the muckety buck, is that what it is?
I think so.
So we're very fortunate to have you here this morning, and we really want to find out more about Konquer if you haven't familiarized yourself with Konquer, and we also want to find out what's new this year for KONQER Palau. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a little space to go ahead and introduce yourself and introduce what inspired you to create something like this.
The inspiration comes from my children. They're very young. I have young children and I have old children. The old children, they grew up in a time where there was no electronics to confuse them with what it is to play. My young children, 8 and under, they think playing is opening an app or an iPod or an iPad, right? I say, go play outside. They say, it's hot. Take me to the mall, take me to indoor playground. So that was the sort of the seed that said, you know what, I think I need to teach them how fun it is to be outside again. And then I thought of my own self. I said, well, maybe it's my fault. I don't take them to the playgrounds. Why? Because it's too hot. Everything's too hot. It's raining. We make excuses. So the idea was to create one giant playground and kind of remind everybody that it's okay, it's fun. Getting wet, getting dirty, sweating, that's part of the fun, right? And for those that are too busy making excuses, maybe tomorrow, it's a great way to just sort of mark the calendar and say, okay, not maybe tomorrow, but maybe on Konquer Day I start. That's my beginning for wellness. I'll go and walk more, I'll go and fish more, I'll go swim more, But that's the starting point, and that's sort of the inspiration and the mission of wellness through play.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. So, how did this come to Palau? I think that's the backstory that people want to find out more about.
Sure. When I designed this, it's really true to heart. It's about playing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm reaching out to my own childhood. So of course my backyard is Guam. So big hafaday and malik to everybody in Palau from your brother from Guam. But growing up, I played with everybody from Chuk, Yap, American, Caucasians, African American. I mean, everybody in Guam was at the playground. Where else would you go? And including that was my friends from Palau. And so, of course, my natural inclination after establishing the Guam race was to reach out to my friends in other parts of the Marianas and Micronesia. And it so happened that your chairman, Nirai, Mutul and Uel, Mutul, those guys are the ones I grew up with. And I'm a little older than them. I hate to say that because they're old men, right? But yeah, I reached out to them and say, how would you like to bring KONQER to Palau? And they heard my idea and they thought it was great. They thought that also Palau modernizing and getting very quickly to a modernizing world, it's okay to take a pause and remember that it's time to play sometimes. Not always work.
Yeah. And I agree too, because sometimes even for us, we work 7 days a week in the office. When we go out to maybe not 7 days, 5 days a week in the office, but like wow, you work overtime. But when we do get a chance to go to the Rock Islands, we kind of realize, wow, we've been stuck in the office all week. Like, when we do get a chance to do this KONQER, we do realize that, wow, we haven't been running quite a while. So yes. It's a great, reminder and kind of gets you back into, promoting wellness, I guess, through play. Yeah.
Correct. And wellness is not just physical, it's mental, it's spiritual, right?
Yeah.
And especially the families and, it's all related, right? When we're working, we're not spending time with each other as families. The mom, in many cases, the mom works, the dad works, right? If the kids are old enough, they're working.
Yeah.
They rarely get together in the dinner tables anymore.
Rarely.
Right? And then by the time they do, Sunday comes around, everybody's too tired.
Yeah.
Right? So this, at least my observation, the families plan to do this together. And because of it, a lot of the things that got lost along the way of growing up and growing older, they're reminded again, because they need to help each other to get through it.
Right.
Yeah. So, and, outside of taking selfies, the phone stays in the pocket because you need both hands to get up the obstacle or, otherwise you're going to fall down. So it really is a wellness through play is a complete wellness, It's and again, it's hopefully it's lasting, but it's what it is a kickstart to doing something if you haven't in a while. And for those that have done it, they swear by it. They say, well, we're going to do it again because, they look forward to it. And so I'm very happy that Palau is doing this. And but what makes Palau very unique is that we do a two-day event. Everywhere else we do a one-day event. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the circuit and how it starts and how Palau is different from it. Yeah.
So we our first race event was 2015 in Guam, and now fast forward to 2018, we're with the completion this year in Palau, we will have completed 9 events. And so it's only been 3 years, but how do you complete 9 events? That's because we multiply that by the different places we do them. So Saipan and Palau came on board in 2017. And so altogether, this will be our 9th event at the end of the Koror. We call that the chaos in Koror, right? We like these sort of thematic names. So last year we debuted Palau with the Peleliu adventure over there, and we did the divide and conquer, right? Which was what was sort of our big mission, to go out to Micronesia and Marianas and have different events and bring KONQER to the islands. And so we were successful with that thanks to the help of PVA, but also MVA, Marianas Visitors Authority, and GVB. So the authorities are all working sort of, in harmony to push this out. And I think with tourism, obviously, it's important to bring visitors here, but the end product is important too. So if the people are not happy, then the visit will not be happy. If you follow that sort of deep, stretch on that idea. And so if you have a healthy, well society, then the visitors will also see that and kind of buy in. So for me, our entire mission is to bring KONQER to different islands. It's an alternative to the status quo, and it's a one day. So we're not saying this will take over anything. One of the other things we want to do is leave a lasting footprint, and hopefully this year we can do that with post KONQER. We can leave a small playground for the kids to do obstacles. So we're looking forward to this year. This will be the last in the 2018 calendar, so we want to make it really big.
And you mentioned the visitors as well. Like how was the reaction from the visitors that we had last year? And I know you talked to them,
yes,
and you through email and just conversations as well. But how was it received last year?
Well, the Peleliu attraction was primarily embraced by the U.S. Marines that are stationed in Guam. And a lot of that was, these are young Marines. These are not the World War II veterans, right? So they've read about it in the books. They've seen the, YouTube documentaries, but they've never really set foot on soil. And for them, I understand it, but I don't certainly live it. I'm not a soldier. But soldiers are different. They're built differently. When they say they're brothers, because, And for them, the Marines from 1945, right? That's great ancestors to them, and so for them, it was a holy grail experience. They're walking through the sands, and our path was very unique. We had recreated the sort of reoccupation of that. So they were walking through the paths, and they saw firsthand what their great ancestors in the Marines went through to liberate the island from Japanese forces. And I think I'm Japanese, so I'm looking at it both sides. Like, oh man, I had Japanese ancestors probably here, and but I'm living in U.S. So it was it was kind of a learning experience for me too. Saying, boy, one thing, whether you're on one side or the other, it's just a total waste of human life. It's just so hopefully. These guys go back with a different spirit, and they did, because they visited all the memorials, and they had a newfound appreciation for what had happened.
Ese kita kora direk ke klub kelel tial el tol gi morungi sadoya ang soma mel kora wagi mol sis akrar adal direk turist el gire la history belao ma akora el legends belao el through ke the course mel atawal 2 days ese gi del hotel at engam sader sel no abrilio awal te wal bel recreated tial el adam rigelo mga madal mera abrilio mag-start sang alo emol ko nge bal all the way mol mora al sila el caves emol ko nge muto bal todo mal kura wal al recreated tial tetelera ma also akritira ada sang ngaranga amle happen
sel mdola se kom start ngira alo le emot mura gel caves ngara ko mola man mot mura gel caves tian rur tang
Termurt.
Oy, tika dir murt, tika bay. Sokrada, emigal meng mas el wal tirgal soldado el meng mas el lola babosir el megan di tirgal kura di lola babos tem la modera mamat.
la gidu gura mas modil mo tagidel to this el activity gidu gura mal mo is modil man adrablo mom dangel mo.
I see.
Lamre pum la ngira la stir en dingiru la mutu mal mo modil. Mo puntel morablilio termur.
Oy, el alastir am lablilio. El algir en mama mot mokrab es el site del morning. Maybe we can talk about the new sites and Long Island din mutro sisiu. Ses el morning ay el obstacles ngi and you can go ahead and talk about the new stuff that we have this year for both Long Island and the new site that we're looking at.
So this year, like I said, the finale of our circuit is Palau, and they change every year. So last year Guam was the finale, and so this year will be Palau, and so everybody takes turn. So Koror State has stepped up in a big way. They loved what we did last year, and so kudos to the state of Koror for coming on board early. And so we'll have our natural obstacle course there like we did last year, but of course bigger and better, right, as we always say. The one that changes every year is the natural course obstacle. And what we like to do with that is either teach history with it, so it's like, real engagement, interactive history tour, if you will, but on steroids, right? It's like you can't just walk through like a museum. This is like you're climbing and you're falling and you're going, why did I do this? But at the end of the day, when you're finished, boy, you have a very different perspective of what.
I learned a lot.
Yeah. So this year we chose IRI because of the interesting history it has. The war history is great, and it's certainly beneficial, but we don't want to always make it about that. There's more to offer, more history than just that period. So now we're going way back to ancestral periods, and starting with the Yap money, Yap stone quarry there.
Matugurabis sa doy Mr. Lawrence.
And so, we thought we would use that as the backdrop, the narrative, as we call it, because we like to theme these events. And so for us, the escape from IRI is we start there. They're rewarded with a very historical object, thousands of years old. I'm not quite sure exactly what the carbon dating on that is, but it's certainly there. And it begs the question,
pretty
right?
old,
It begs the question, why is it here? Who left it here? So the people that are participating, whether you're local or not, it's a great reintroduction to the history of the islands and how they're connected. Yeah. And I think somebody was joking that that's the first Bitcoin, right?
Alektik so di sado hadi gol ngede so di kwadi torbelaw mabol understand ra adra blue mutirgal okya kali de Lawrence singara un magimrur ngani se natural course elawa gel blalo ko Rondy ma cas un magirili rablilio gida madem sing direk mal betor tourist giden may direk sorin mablilio eleng seligira makamat mang agirula ka skirila last year mise dabora ablilio edokora recreate sem sel gum sera meitral soldado et milgram tamil ngadub mas emot muragel cave egore murt el mobudula sela comeback direk milingigal mo pas seguida walgam le end mang along the way tumlo madem sing tial makamada ni mring they got the history lesson while they're doing the tial route ela un magi oban mora matugurabis Sheikh Maklo history ra dalong la blul up mabelo mang agimo tururingi tukuk mo madem singuk milgara lo laigal balang tamlor gere malaigal ludo de balang to gimo to mania course game designer ngi el moturura matugurabis along the way direct ngania adama mar adra ira state government ngakta to race magi direct moduringi direct lotis akartir sel historical background der tem matugurabis dia di se ga udo de lular ada blula bagi mo o ai se story se tian ania dalong okri eleng sel kodom dasrim se tia sports event and ding trigal ada me participate eguk sel bol mereg bora bela qablurir enguk trigal service musagim lo rabela rulik tal kanker em lo durur tegi del site me in a way tia marketing agi trigal market rablu rai metal matugurabis metal guk no mereg rablilio de la tel mer orior un dingar orior Kadomes rim sing centralized mang sabira protocol participant el mombru legal not man-made course ila last year le 14 obstacle course el am namo 18 e waigel dilu runner earlier agi tral mombru ra kids course man dia guktin maklol ngal ka man maklol ada mertial conquer obstacle course race challenge direkal mornia kids course mang sabela me papa mami ma big brother big sister el modrura course yam gigarel ngal ka more sel kids course ngari segel wa mangi bar mangari sel warp wall ma ngari aku mo mingidra maklot tayal cross the finish line ya gidirel ko serbe lagi ku kora otu gel ku kora challenge ra plur belaw agi gor omdas misagi amo ramula bu kaduk mam lam yakal mo touch serba medikat ilti magidre ko omdas museme dunga kora babid iltira risko e bolo medem eriar buiga yagi dagi ko atra lo turingi murulin mo fun and interactive Tara ulak pa mom sadar siya gidire kalwa na start aldo lo pangela Koror State el musebol merek el guk sabed merula ay galwar playground el ngwagel di Lucas ra beginning arangal gather el tel fiber aman na mungil barangal gather el ading aram gal dengwa gire do kukora adu art part guk overall 3 state partners rigit Edreli kukora playground el mal dia other than sel rotary ngal bitar erngol dia kamal playground en gida year of good health gire do kuk merula ay gide program el sebed rulia conquer obstacle course after the book rulia kids course mangmalmol matial program si ngal ka healthy el tial al conquer amo annual event actually it's the second year ablo belo kada mil elira last year etiang regionally ablo saibal ma kwa mabela na adapt ringin el musing mo regional event makata ka cross promoter through the Thrill Islands mang sila end product musiarada modrura course nganian mo gats ma tiaka mageri of course ang abo dia finish on time di na finish rin mo gilarong di selo kora domes rin after and say donate said kids course di meder sending malungila do real Lubangga state partners el rumula playground regalbek padangela hamlet trablur orior mo arangal ka healthy ngania loru le dia ka boltura amakita klalo de mo dia sal dingarawa computer mangara dengwan man year of good health mgira the promoter say
Esado agi dire kalmal excited el lo ay sa se el alire agi matmokra dire kal price el morar audience material gukme dire kal el mo oyendang dire kita dire kal mo nganya price tir mong malda ko giklet yang nganya price el mabek padingar adma
Gomeng sado ako amno tilgibel no dak touch sel matu grabis un magi gora tral usedruli a course ringi sel after we turn into a tourism product mang se edel mo promote ringil as another product trigel kuk sorry ra hiking ma trekking alamin se singani am tu grabis lagi na design a course lamgot mok me pom hay ele do mesrel ay sado igal tigal okya gargit Amen me dai meng direct me sorry merula baby rato activity unsab ilgu ngara diving se ku bol dura hiking mat trail en se ku introduce ra mat grabis el establish the hiking trail meng in a way gi direct help ra ira state ma egal baby ra state traveler bela se me create a product el way gagit el promoted through the clone event after in kada sustain ringi mong possible one viable tourism product and more state
develop resources or tire
gira del PBA mal no role of triga state develop the tourism asset team attractions team hopefully ta se podam re up to gabis as mo establish the one tourism product trablu rai
okay now we are at the how do I join? I think that's the big question is how do I get into a KONQER? I know there's 4 different types of ways to get in. You can be an individual, you can be in the...
Are you talking about the categories?
The categories, yeah.
Sure. Okay.
You can be in the sprint or you can be a sponsor. Maybe we can talk about the
Sure.
sponsor a little bit later, but tell us how do we register? When do we register, actually?
Okay. So my visit here is always sort of the countdown to start of registration because I walk through the trails and I get the ideas. For example, we talked a little bit about IRI this year and how we're going to be incorporating the money history of and the cooperation between different islands and different cultures to do things. Well, I mean, it's you know, it'd be one thing to just say, well, there's the snow money, and then let's move on. That is a typical type of hike tour, right? But for me, I don't want to put too many surprises. I want to keep it a surprise. So, but I'll share something. Like one of my ideas is, okay, well, how heavy was that, right? Of course, it was very heavy. I mean, you just have to look at it. So our participants will carry something very heavy into the jungle as if they were dragging that stone money back in. So it puts them back in time and saying,
wow,
boy, that was really hard. It's one thing to read about it, one thing to look at it, admire it, but one thing to do it and say, boy, that was, you know. So I have to now get creative and say, how do I do that without endangering them? Obviously, and it's just so in Guam we have McDonald's, and so it's the Happy Meal version of the real thing, right? So those are how that incorporating history and actually getting integrating it to some real life experience. As far as the category goes, there are individuals, so you don't have to have a team. If you don't have any friends out there, it's okay. It's a good time to make friends with your brigade members. You'll meet new people. So that's great for tourists who are traveling alone. A lot of people travel alone here for either work or even vacation, rest and relaxation. Last year we had a guy just join out of the blue. He just said, "Hell, I want to go to Palau," and so he was one of our featured experiences because he got hurt. He's sort of pulled a muscle and he was doing okay when he pulled a little bit of muscle and he had to stop and everybody passed him. He was actually in the lead, but everybody passed him. Everybody after they passed the finish line, they went back and helped him cross. So these are very good and we were able to document that. And so this is good. It goes out to the World Wide Web and people are watching it, saying, "Oh, never been to Palau, but now maybe I might want to try that out." So there's individual, and those individuals can then form a team if they want to. Okay, they don't have to, but if say, okay, I join, my friend joins, my brother-in-law joins, and we say, okay, we're now team, whatever, and then they do that way. Businesses can form a team. And I think businesses, they're really competitive, right? So they like to see who's the top business, always, right? Very competitive. So they get to form a team. So there's a business team category. And then outside of that, you just decide whether you want to be timed or you don't want to be timed. And so if you don't want to be timed and it's just all about finishing, that's great. We encourage that. But I know that there's a lot of competitive people in Palau, so if they want to join the competitive teams, they can, and we'll time them and see who wins, okay? As far as registration, you can do physical registration at PVA office, okay? They take Palau money, right?
Sure. Not the balang.
No, yeah.
Not the yappies.
Not the yap money. I know we're talking history here, but
We
Take
go
the small
live.
Palau money.
August 1 is our
August
plan.
1st, okay.
Yeah, August 1st. And if you're not from here or you're away or it's more convenient, you can go online and pay online like you do with most online websites. You just need a credit card.
What's our price range?
Okay, so
Yeah, let's cover the price range.
yeah.
Sorry, each team, is there a minimum?
If you're an individual team, meaning you're made up of individuals and it's not a time team, then there is no minimum or maximum, right? You can have 40 people, so you can bring the whole clan. However, if in the business league, we have a 10-member team.
Okay.
And the reason for that is if you're going to get timed, it's going to hurt you to have
Yes.
40 versus a 5 team. So it's
More
very hard
people,
to
yeah.
make that a fair system. So it's 10, and if you don't have 10, then you don't get timed. If you have more than 10, either split it up in teams of 10, right? So 20, 30, 40. But we can't do that and time fairly. That's the issue. So that's how we do it. And online, you can go to konquersports.com. That's KONQER sports.com. And if you're curious, just visit PVA's office, and they'll have some brochures and marketing material.
And we have
there.
the registration forms as well.
Correct.
Are there any requirements?
The requirements, not really. I mean, as far as if you're a minor, if you're under 18, I guess is the legal status here too, right? You will need a parent to sign a waiver, okay? And if you're actually under 17, an adult has to accompany you on the field. They don't have to participate, but we like them to be there. And at the very least, they can be cheerleaders, right? And then as far as anything 17 and over, you can do the event without an adult accompanying you. Although it's always nice to have the camera crew following you, right?
Okay, this is just a question I got from a hotelier.
Mm-hmm.
What if they're customer or their guest is has asthma but wants to join?
Well, yes. So this is if you have medical conditions, I don't think you should limit yourself from it. You know your own limits, so do it with your own speed and your own ability. And you can always, take a pause. You're not racing. In other words, this is not a race. This is a challenge, right? The very different term that we use. And so if you need a break, take a break. The whole idea is to finish, not necessarily finish first. Now, if you're in the competitive side and you have asthma, then that's something that you have to sort of discuss with your doctor. But as far as just open participation, it's really up to you, your own limits. Yeah.
I like to add to that, Cass. If the person has a medical condition, I think when they register, we're going to have a waiver form, and you have to state your illness, because we're going to be having course directors on the course, the natural and the man-made, and plus we're going to have the assistance of the Ministry of Health. So it's good to know who has these medical conditions. So if they cannot finish the course for some reason, then we can have the team check them on site, and also it's good to know ahead of time so we can be very prepared. As much as possible, we want to have fun.
Correct.
We want to finish the course, but of course, safety is always the number one issue. So we need to take care of that.
Yes, and we've been very lucky, and but luck is the residue of planning, and we've been very lucky in that we have not had any major accidents or injuries. Since 2015, we like to continue that
Maybe
trend.
just scratches and bumps.
Yeah, those come with it.
That comes.
That's a
with
gift
course.
with purchase.
Yeah. That's the warrior's mark.
That's right.
All right. So lastly, we want to know what are some of different stuff or new stuff that you're going to be incorporating into this new course, because now I know a lot of people remember the warped wall, which is the big wall that everybody couldn't get through, and everybody remembers the monster incline and the in and out. So what's a new part of the course that we might see this year?
Sure. So we took, of course, last year, if you remember, or you can go online and see the event, we had a great introduction of obstacles. For this year, we took out about 60% of what we did last year, and we're introducing new ones. So, so the 40% is just sort of an evolved version. So, in other words, we took last year's obstacle and said, how can we make it a little bit more interesting by doing this? Because you learn each year, right? I didn't know what the community could handle. So last year I saw, I go, they can handle. So now we up it more, make it a little more
challenge them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Did you hear that, Palau?
Yeah. So maybe
He
it goes.
saw you and he said you can handle more.
Yeah.
So we're getting more.
Yeah, what did Trump say? We're going to make the wall 10 foot taller.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
But yes, and so some of the things you can look forward to is a zip line that got included this year off the monster.
Zip line, yeah.
A
Yeah.
zip line.
I saw it in Saipan.
Yeah, and so basically you get to the top of the monster last year and then you climb down. This year you have the option to
You're gonna
zip
zip.
line down. Yeah. So that'll be kind of cool.
That's going to be fun.
Yes, and we have now. What I like to do at the end of the circuit is to introduce brand new obstacles for the next years. So,
okay.
so on top of what we've done this year in Saipan and Guam already, I'm going to surprise everybody with 2 new obstacles that even PVA doesn't know about.
Huh?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Snap.
It's that mystery,
that?
right? Yeah,
That's a mystery, huh?
Yes, it'll be revealed to them slowly, and they go, "Oh, that sounds scary."
I am very scared right now.
If I can, Cass, I just want to talk about how we're marketing this, but I'll speak in Palauan.
Okay.
So, obviously, PBA last month, start the market the KONQER event. We want local participation as much, but hindi rin maging marungi mo annual event. Hindi rin gila dal hospe ringil lura okya outside del May. So what we've been doing, gimla otobadiya or advertisement banner, Russell Stars and Stripes, Stars and Stripes magazine, Maldi magazine, and more military. Mong losa amal mitra adra Stars and Stripes Guam, mlerbelaw magimit ringi, losa amal create banner kamam del KONQER. Mong low liber sira toward the end last month. Mong elase madi Stars and Stripes Guam, digi dire lomes ra tigi ngani publications tir ma readership tir mo budula yero gul base ra military ra Korea ma o siapa namely Okinawa mung yagi dagi kom na start sing the focus ay dire ngani sel obi sergidra PBR ra Tokyo mungel adama ma dire na start ko ra promote ringi ngani gal embassy gidra ra Taiwan ma yadi gra American may giblam distribute and mortir gidre lomes sergo print version or say the stars and stripes mal clo readership ringi sa doy may nga 179,000 military mungusen magazine tira every week mga ako kung siya di Thursday or Wednesday ya team regidra obisra PBR ulia advertisement kuk change sa siya singa ma change sa info gira KONQER gadot tabding to the Friday the print ri ot tabdi so circulated to 179,000 uniformed military and that's not counting trigger family team so it could be double or same number sige ko ra imla ruli of course website obis the Pristine Paradise Palau imla create a page and promote the KONQER and then also on CAS website konquersports.com and dire na start to promote ri dire na mitra partners ra PBA ra Adra Palau Tourism Association ma Palau Chamber of Commerce so trigay da dire promote the market the event trigid Kodi shem se sir last year ang mal dimle one sel mlari ra Long Island dimle ngara 800 tar other mlari se 200 some participants are spectators tegel okya gargi de dimlar se oyang amle peda ngara 800 so this year we're trying to double that number for last year
Correct. Yeah.
and I think we can achieve it with our partnership with BTA and Chamber and also the community. Agi dire ka namo do ura igal state government sem memoru latim kami. Agi dire ka namo do mora Koror state muse mora takal speaker muse me the tolgortigal legislators and rule latim tiregal hamlet. And 12 hamlet ra tialbur orion mo kanya 12 teams. Megal baby ra tigal governor igal baby state taki ngani sel gora meeting at Lopan 3 to get state reps ra tigal governor igal state taki dire na share tel info so as much as possible and so the rulin mo cloiling it's the finale
sera last year gado en quadire kalmlani tirgel الغوقتي ميرسل سيل سوريل دي ومستر برايس را بيستل غران كلين ما بيستل غران كلين سيدي قلبودوروني الالير
I see. Like Cass has been saying, he has a couple of surprises for us, but we also have a couple of surprises for him.
Yeah.
So we're going to ensure that the KONQER it will be the finale. It will go out with a bang.
Yes, go.
So we're going to surprise you.
It'll be a bang bang.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
We bang bang.
Bang bang coconut bang. Couple of things to add on the marketing, if I may.
Sure.
So last year we do a lot of digital marketing. That's one of the reasons we do that is so we can measure because there's a lot of metrics that comes along with it. So we've had already 1 million views in terms of the total event. So people are watching it either through multiple shares, paid advertisement, so forth. So we'll continue to do that. But for your listeners on this radio station, and if you can even just do word of mouth, you can advertise this event too because we're all part of tourism. And so if you're on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, whatever your favorite thing is, put out, the hashtag K8, right?
K9.
And K9, right? K8 IRI, K9 Koror, and of course, hashtag KONQER PALAU. And as part of my, since we're just full of surprises, the best post that I see between now and game day is I will personally provide them a KONQER merchandise package for the best posts. We'll pick the top 10, okay, and let's have fun promoting Palau together.
That's on Instagram, right?
Instagram and Facebook.
Facebook,
Yeah.
great.
Okay, let's all have some fun.
included?
PBA staff not
okay.
not applicable.
Just want to check.
But yeah, we can all promote the islands together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great. To add to that, Cass, I'll speak in Palauan. We've also been going out. There's a team a PBM na to del direct mala sponsorship. Direct gi mutial te al ngartial talk show gi desado direct wa challenge. Regal baby ra government agency, ma state governments, regal businesses al sablur belam se mrula timber kami, pero obviously ra PBA, register at timber kami. It's a healthy challenge and din dire kal kora ngil al patoka other community, especially tegal businesses aplur belam state governments. Agi dire kal losa amel mitra embassy at Taiwan. Matamo sponsor rula timber tit. Yeah.
Nga kamal sempugir sel timra Ministry of Health.
Oh.
Sel mal. Tirgel mral mlem ring lo rio.
No last nandito na
And
finish.
dito mle maker ngi mral diulun diu. Ada dim no diu sera endre tirgel mral ne best.
Agi ko lang utal teal dire se ko friendly challenge sem lutro li atim rami Ministry of Health. Ang mlambo 18 na course, namo dekal 14. So it's going to be fun. We have all day to finish, 8 to 5, even 8 to 6. We'll let you finish.
Yeah.
Wagel ko sado yung ambassador Taiwan kora usemo sponsor rula timertir dire ko sing angit ko challenge egal baby embassy barula timertir ko malungil te ala rula timertir megal government agency eleng Waisel tingela at nga president tergid Year of Good Health memeda show mising moral Year of Good Health may rokul government agency ma state government tergal sa lidera diplomatic corps merula timertire di takasos ra Long Island
Alia timber mo girel mo ngili tirge sponsor na mensel.
yang why agi min nga do ra at nga governor Chanston ilang alger sira Friday tani hostra night market. Si Governor Mreli Atim Baragaling, Aliagil Baby La State, Hotel Promoter Men's Health.
Matyamal digiren.
And if I can add an sort of a shout out challenge to the states. This is all for good, fun activity. So send your teams from all the states and let's see.
It's going to be 16 states.
Yeah, let's see which ones
states.
rank to the top 16. The Sweet 16. The Sweet 16.
Direk gora digimut talte al olngitra obisra president misil direk rally timertir. Kukti timra president's team di
Aling invitation na speaker of state. Ania 12 hamlets.
Yadang.
This is 16 states.
Yadang tiada bugil ang laster yan alir mgired al bugil man boklo. Magigor olingit misel sabela at nga president tergid relia pol olgorar atal relia timertir.
Giren mo good health team le tal so year of good health.
Oy.
Kaya giril dirula timertir. Team of good health.
Awera gime Pastor Steve, Pastor Quartem nartiang magidiru team sindi amin relia team ragal ko the victory team. Tukam sadra gira victory misel ko relia team.
Temoriro inga.
Moringira October 6 ma 7. 6 is natural course challenge in Moringira Iray. Ya 7 na Sunday men made in Moringira Long Island.
Okay.
6 and 7, okay? So mark your calendars. Pagay al sumang suam al find out al giret al event of course kung sa amil dilak anil mura Facebook direct sele Pristine Paradise Palau malube ko more sele Palau Visitors Authority page. You can also log on to the website.
Correct. KONQERsports.com.
KONQERsports.com. Direct register sa the registration na belaw umura August 1st. Enya mo sel online el registration el nga sel website mo open mo sa amil register online. Enya this amil mera obis ra PVA da anytime na talong la Monday ma Friday register el mora Konquer ra sa the morning ira October.
Okay. And I should add, it's if you don't plan to participate in the actual challenge, it's free to watch. So come on out and root, cheer and boo and have a good time. I think there should be vendors there for food and beverage. So it'll be a big party. So I invite the public to come out and join us. Okay. It'll be fun.
Yeah. So at this time, and we're also soliciting for sponsorship, and of course this whole obstacle course, all this stuff cannot be made without any sponsorship because we need a lot of support to build these structures and to create all these things. We need a lot of money to do all this stuff. And of course, PVA, el di malaw do so yalu do gi molaya amal di strictly di momrur tel program el mralet tel program wal di bolo rur tel program mer kong ndeka profit tel gi molay ma deka ngaral gi mo gain ngi tiang mal di gi morur ngi lang so mal promote wellness through sports and play e di rekal di so mal lom gugra ay di sirar okyagal mer belaw
ko di other cell ulgoring Ronny sa do imtrigal Lorenz hindi akal dit sel gi osper sel sponsorship ragal monetary donation agi osper sel commitment ragal el buy-in rulitian mo sustainable activity merabulur belaw elektigi dawan ra to orngi osper ngin malar okya kar outside el may mung sel domes hindi akal dil diving ma activity lang namo botok mangirel aside from diving ma pabaldaw tour may galbek patingin la tour ma program sa bladru tigi dawan ra gi mo mesingin mo ra a sustainable tourism product it's global international stage ko global malar adal may obviously with casa gi dire na mes numbers to kar adal into gi there was sports challenge ma ngarisen mal popular ngarap lu amrigel la Ironman challenge tiang adong otmok ringi o makroller ringi el rulin mo wan nigel stepping stone mo sabira adal mera blur belaw mo rakwam e mera saibal e mera blur belaw e mo qualify mo ragid el moklol event mong segid ako mokte kertiang kada start ringil gare o mokro ringin moklo mong sel kuk tu singa ya KONQER sing tigel kuk mal sorry ragid el tokoy sing giregal mo ragid el trail blue e participate e mo gats e mo ragid moklol event segid ako ra daso era kubes sado aktire kalo kadong oklo o meset tiang mesat tial house masenet magi kwadire kal dot tabtia friendly challenge at musial sabele atangak senate president rigidra cons paules matangak speaker Anastasio sabile rula timertil direct sel men tiadial waigen dolgo tiadial mal challenge kodokadit magemilil kado du gore modru tial course modu kuma name sing dia dire kasi promote ringil one ang tourism product traveler belaw
wai se mo ko ngi sige del tetel la sponsorship mal bek padingen as em sponsor nganya be bir adal dire ko ta din monetary to one exchange o mas kama ma wal material ra gal del pel course ma ngani tigel ko ti soril di sponsor ay lumel e gyo miringi mangwal di loral di man mo mongsong sa spatra sponsorship lela sel sponsor ak mo nak klel e gilo yang klem se gidel toy man so mangilumel endi ka tanga mo ultra ilumel e di kangot al adol ultra wa ilumel al so manguk ngang klel kal endi ka tanga mo ultra se mo di ka adol ultra se al so manguk so amel diol asya singa a lokor ka orang rangins en gilo yang ra kaskelel ending wal di loral mong song sa spot mang agidio ay sar adro kult mo gimral el angel el solicit ending dibrakal dimral mo de katamal sum somilor admul el seta meeting yo como la PVA ra 4819 dori mal ubing 2793 seta meeting kami aki ko mes kami
sa to halik ko di sinsimlo sa sponsor of run madim sa kadum close medi kung akte ale di kora di orenga sulit tegel sponsors em la start tegem la kamit en mortial KONQER mangania Koror state government at ngakal governor Franco Gibbons ma ngakal speaker gidra Allen T. Marbo ngania WCTC a Western Caroline Trading Company ngania Midcorp ngania embassy at Taiwan CTSI ma Irai state government at ngakal governor at Mewang Rumulbay Mangel Adal Collins Tagewo ngania Palau Trading ma Belao National Museum ma digay ma Palau Central Hotel trigay wal ko ra host ra accommodations ra kas ma dire kal Palaisia Hotel trigay digel kom balim las pa kora otto sponsorship tire lang diway lulo ko ran kimral di ko sponsors but partners ma obisirgi da open as merera 8 to 5 Monday to Friday ya kuktila sa kamam rara al atra PBL so sponsor do magibes kami a form sponsor tial event Just think the sponsors.
Okay.
Ano?
Aligo minbay tra Vice President.
Why say?
Police Academy.
Agi direk
Yang marang.
officer gide sado am lakut mok la paber dimle 2 weeks ako agim larmo sen morti. Mang obisa Minister Justice ngani sel Police Academy at direk namo ringa paber moringil direk mem ya last year moringa team team tegen cadets. Mang agi direk
Del multi challenge til hacer.
why say diakal segi dagi mo spe ringira Ministry of Justice agi direk malo spe assistant secretary ya last year manungila coordination ng Ministry of Justice ar police bar adra ko state government manungila traffic flow along island literirur trasipasyon el mera along island mataman man sulang takal minister gida Vice President Oilo maradal makor state government last year man no sab ilut maklia safe passage at tirigal other route ya gidire kal mutyal al oreng se mel route partner up edagat maklitya ngale safety is our number one concern ra okya kargid more participants.
Okay, direct mal di soma mal din motor nga sule la sado el direct te al mus edel kukmektang ang altang koraga at timending ay direct challenge sergaw.
Ano ko umuran sen diame malkorang irmang makambes Asanti Mayowel Kamil adra media da kumkukruli atim kami we e kome cover event and then you participate among
Hali baby nga magirin mga physical exam.
okay maldi ka clock time ti October mong get your clean bill of health and
There you go.
register.
You can be coach.
Coach.
You can be
Coach makaditong okle.
Okay, and we also want to thank Kaz. Kaz Endo is a great inspiration as well for me personally. So I want to thank you as well for always coming here and inspiring us and leading us into things like these, like big things like these. So thank you very much.
True.
Thank you, everybody.
And you wanna-
Palau's been very kind to me, and I want to return the same feelings back. And I really love seeing the kids out there having a good time doing things. And again, this is about bringing families and friends together. So a little challenge out there. If you're fighting with your brother-in-law or you're fighting with your wife or a husband, save it for Conquer. Say, hey, I'll beat you on the monkey bars, and whoever wins that wins the argument. How's that?
That's good. That's a challenge.
Yeah, that's right. And as far as the sponsors goes, I know some companies are busy and they can't maybe have employees out there, but you can always sponsor other teams.
Yes.
And there's ways to do that. So please work with PVA and put together a team, and we'll see you guys out on October 6 and 7.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, is that a call? Oh, we take this. Good.
All right, thank you very much. I think we're all ready for Conquer. You're going to start seeing some more marketing.
Yang
kala
may malungin lang ng question.
Okay, kabuk nga rae de caller.
Ali, angin tutau kemil ngara oleh kuyung ngara pasaroy. Kor okel ba se kon mal aktivra rolela kora activity ra blura vela malungil lo ngora adra ngoda blur me milira belwat. Ti kora swak okel ba se ai kel ba shor o milira bek belu. Ora long martmau ngesar mamal kayo kai kel kora moniar okya kan momese e kora masara ra belu mok kora ngira awe semar okya kal voto kora hawila rendil bang okle maral mo mas amlay man kora ngil al uven kora di imitar besule kemia dio ke betal activity revelaw nga ka lu turista ra ngaramong makulot takal okya kan morsele lighthouse ra ngadalong mali ngai daral mang hadoral lo lao nga sa amlay kado maringel ngario kodong morbabal ba say ngari amlay maral merio undia lendia ka sa edel mo kay titboy daraila at play ko raw lungit ba say mo ko ra ka normal terkibil kilong yaral mo sa safety ramlay ngarba ba me mga riyon mong masa di dia ko ngey ngakuk kyo maklat kan di dia ko ngey lang hakuk la mo regar ngi lureor at ko ro okelo say la kami uladra at PBA ay kayang bebir ra ko ra part ra riul maralo mesa abasyol safety ra okya kalbong al uben kon kuki ar obise ar adra igel bulu ongura ala say gari.
Man sulang gel gole sado il sel malungil question. Egel lolo maral to koy. Obisir gidra PBA ngaria program giblam start tringi lo bangil klela one stop shop program. Se sado ul das museng agi morulia one el fee el moregal bekpating legal state. El al time okyak se labong mohara state mohara state miya. Mela obisir gida amlam ali di kota klol component tersia dia kal malsel bingel awdo egel musia site ngalt mokle accessible safe wa egel ulgon gel mas el morar okya gargid magi mla execute ra one stop shop lo bangela ablu rai tanami on board agim lamod odu ra governor ang along and they're on board and din digagim sal malgut mokla babir digim la share team missing in order egal state and mertial one stop shop program agiral kat mokla site giral ngania waray la kot club lugul ak nangali selo loringel masen maral selo bibir dolngas en maral diwan amlas en momas awan amemteng mege anamba obisir gidra PBA osngel ra tourism agiral kat mokla site travel ready ngania aral giral manage properly ya management takot taklol part ra management ta issue safety concern mong agimla start mela obisir gida sel execute ra one stop shop kadamot agimot mul manage sel gimdu manage sagim se gida gida drugutmok la site agirel nglam ara la girel gatmok se ela tunmlan maran may ya site da borngi agirel ngania wil gingal agirel ngania wil signage proper signage ma girel la safety ma agel information el girel okya kal mo madangi mil agimal aware obisir gida every year agim rula a state site inventory eleng every year agi visit taga local site el borngier tourist regal each state assess miseng ngungil amakngit mo da odur a state el correct ya lagat sabi a state agi met mulmon nga sertir musega gida ase edel morngi gutmok legan sa am sige adal invest ya wan ramal direk gim gora part one stop shop miseng morsel time sa edel sige akora akom bali el adapt or invest into ako krulia rail ngrulia sign ngrulia ramula bench ngramula ngarang clear egat site agimal aware malungit sel question again mas obisir gide akmal urol maring motmok leger el all time agi diolgit usebol moklor ang miu agimal urol of three egat state ma attack el governors egat state el gutmok legay meselabor okya gargid india kaway gagid el concern na lubong ko issues and moring kaman sulang
Ma'am sulang
di open Sado 8 to 5 Monday to Friday al nga tiya office ra PBA ang office gider adra blur bela rowe tourism is our business everybody's business away gidel kolegi molay makora concern agi mal welcome baby that time kama mamaldi makasay kodos berar adra blur musil ko klubes away gidel concern and ngan mer attention ra director mga kamar adamam sa amal tob dan mokutmok lo menteri regat state.
Okay, madalim lagi gitu kunya komal masulang ya gimal di look forward el mura registration ng kamera August 1st el mong komal di color office sa 48819 dori maluba kom di lang anil mura Facebook kukmesa igel chasing mapagpatingin la events el mara el al time el nga Facebook lagi di post lagi del chasing na pagpatingin events sa kamam ma direct night market mong direct nga niya schedule del calendar nga sell page sa ML Moringi mesay ay gero kul date ay gero kul maral night market magkuk sa mil kuk mga tmok mil girel say okay lagi di promote sa del page sa kamam el Pristine Paradise Palau as well as el hashtag visit Palau so make sure kung lak anil ma Facebook kuk like page sa kamam sumdir ka kam like ng page gida actually page gida other belaw
social media
okay hindi na gigida ko mal masula ro kung
sula Sado
thank you